Some inspirations are like they come up us on like tides. You know, it takes half of the day for them to run through our body and reach us and get us inspired and stimulate our imagination. Was your idea for this park such a moderately slow acting thing, or did you have an actual flash?
It was slow.
It was slow?
Yeah, it was slow because I just thought, God, what a horrible place, you know, what an ecologic disaster this is. And so it was slow, and as I've told the site planning students, I didn't have any rock outcroppings or forests or anything to hang a design on, you know, and I finally decided, oh my God, it's those towers. That's the most sacred
wait, there's
thing.
the eureka moment. The towers. What,
yeah.
Was there a moment when the towers flashed to you?
Yeah, but it wasn't, it took a while. I used to camp out down here with a sleeping bag.
Why?
Yeah.
For the carbon? Why did you?
No, to try to figure this,
get in here between
try to figure the damn place out, you know.
Oh, I see.
Well, you've seen those pictures. It was a mess then.
Yeah. Well, we're using one of those messy pictures.
Yeah.
In the now and then we're doing.
Yeah.
What about the family? I mean, the one idea that came to you slowly but was powerful was the family.
Oh yeah, that came to me because the Myrtle Edwards family was following me around, and they would jeer and interrupt me when I was presenting in a public presentation. So then I remembered, that's Myrtle Edwards, the big one, you know, and her husband was always kind of, he's an engineer, and he's in her wake, always in her. And so then it dawned on me once, oh, wait a minute, here's a whole family. Who's going to split that up?
Did it actually come to your presentations on this idea and harass you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But the idea of the towers being a family was important because otherwise we could have just saved one tower and said, all right, done.
That was my first thought.
Right?
I'll go down to the wire to save the big, I call it the big
tower.
mother tower, the big mofo tower.
And then
Don't put that in the paper.
Why not? And then seeing this family harassing you, you saw them as towers, and you thought, well, they're harassing me about trying to save one of them. I'll just use them as a model for the whole thing and save it all.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of.
That's the way it came about. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, 45 years ago, for being such a nice welcome. And these pictures right here showed you. I've never seen these before. I've got some slides of that.
You have a movie of this.
Yes, somewhere I do, and I'll look for it. It'll be in that Sky River Rockfire film if I live long enough to finish.
And that,
did take that or Mary Ramlett, but I think it's
no,
one
I
of
think
yours. I think it's one of yours too. Because hers
were before construction, and this actually we're starting to deconstruct there. Yeah.
This is deconstruction time.
Yeah.
This is not.
That's probably 72 or so.
Okay. Do you want to lead us to the spot where you think the historical photographer stood?
Well, I think we'll be able to find it. Okay.
That historical photographer?
Well, whoever that was you, wasn't it? You took that picture, right? So what we need to do is fix the C-First building up with that one right there. Yeah. Probably this way a little ways. Let's try. I'm going to walk, Rich. You keep looking and I'll look too. I'm going to go down here and see if I can figure out where that C-First tower is. And I think I've found the C-First tower. And in order to line these up, we need to go that way, maybe 10 yards to our right, okay? It's hard to see. It's a little thing that sticks out between the two tubes. Okay, all right, we're very close to it here. All right, I think this is it right here, guys. We can get this exactly on the button except for the height. Right. So how about if we put them like down here in this quarter?
That's going to be awfully tiny for the paper though. But if we split the difference, then I can just put it on Like a...
Well, we can do both. Why don't
Can
you
we do
just
that?
take care of it, and I'll do what you tell me to do, and then
All
we
right.
can choose between them. All right?
Let's give it a shot.
This is her new book. And this they did a town hall show on, which will, what do you call that, link on the blog. So, 55 people can look at it or something, right?
At least 56.
Yeah. And this particular copy, I want you to notice this. I don't know what these cost, but the value of mine has been raised some because, look at this, you see? Paul, see? She signed it to me, see?
Wow.
Isn't that
great.
sweet? Now,
Yeah.
Rich, would you do the same thing?
Yeah,
This
sure.
will, I mean, this could lift the value of this book, as we've discussed with our own books. We say from 10 to 25 cents a copy.
I was thinking from $9.95 to $10.25.
Okay, here. There you go, there's a pen. You can just say ditto. While Rich is signing the book.
And
Again,
thanks for bringing us out on such a gorgeous day.
it's a wonderful day.
What we want to do is build a camera obscura in the Big Mother Tower, in the outboard tower. So you get people to sign on and donate, Usually they're done for kind of a profit or something, but this would be labor of love.
You had this idea for a while, haven't you? Are you reviving it?
Yeah, I am.
It never died.
Yeah.
And I want to, the camera obscura, it goes back to the master plan. And then, of course, I told you that we secretly want to get this park listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO.
I gotcha.
And I'm checking in right now with a man named Hathaway. I'm not sure he's still alive, but he was the world's foremost authority on gas manufacturing plants. And he cataloged 1,500 in this country and about 5,000 throughout the world. And when you consider that each plant had at least 2 retorts, or these distillation towers, they have to have 2 because the drawdown on the gas, if one of them goes out, then they have to have a backup. So you notice nearly everything is in 2s around here.
Yeah.
So when one would blow up,
I noticed that. I thought they were in 4s.
So they had at least 2. So anyhow, we're going to play that point up that as far as we can find out, these are the last survivors.
This is the last
dinosaurs
survivors
in the world.
The dinosaurs in the world.
Yeah.
This is a World Heritage Site
Yeah.
for the whole coal to gas industry.
It was a big thing,
Well, it was for at least,
from 1800
Well, right.
1850
Century
to
and a half,
1950.
century,
Yeah,
yeah.
century.
This is our
Now that
century.
coal
They
is
went from
going.
wood to whale oil, and then to manufactured gas, and then electricity came in, and natural gas.
Get over here next to him for a second, as long as we got here. How did the idea of doing this book occur to you? How did it happen?
Oh, it happened for 2 reasons. One is I just moved to Seattle, and I needed to figure out a way to get to know this community, right? So as a historian, what does a historian do? They find some project and they discover the history, because then you feel like you know where you are. So that was the first, and that was the most obvious reason. And then this other one was, I came here and everybody I had ever worked with knew about Gasworks Park, and I came here and people were like, "Oh, you mean that little park over there? Like, what's so special about that?" And I thought, wow, you guys don't even know what's in your backyard.
It helped also that your principal subject happened to be the creator of the
Of the
university
department, yes.
department
No,
where
no,
you
that
actually
helped.
were an associate professor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you could get close to
we
that.
didn't have any overlap there.
no,
So they wanted a tour, so they came on a Sunday, I can't believe that, but it was a foggy, cold, windy day. and we went from the parking lot out there, and they're standing there, and they said, well, you're going to take those down, aren't you? Meaning these towers and this stuff. I said, no, not yet. You know, we can always take it down, but so this, it just doesn't compose. You know, and
They had an idea what the proper composition was.
yeah, so I got
It's hard to fight
waltzed them in the building, and through the fog was like lifting, and then they could see through these towers to downtown, and I said, God, what a composition.
Are you rolling?
So then we came out on the porch, and they said, but these three things right here, they don't add anything, you know. And I said, well, there might be a concession stand or something in the future. And anyhow, they just remind me so much of these Japanese hanawa. And the chairman was, he was an attorney, Cal Dickerson. And he said, oh my God, I've been looking at those things and I knew they reminded me of something. He says, I collect hanawas.
Oh.
Of course, they're steel hanawas, you know, so just happened to say the right thing at the right time.
How do you spell hanawa?
Haniwa.
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 And this is a
They're, see, they have a small head on these cylinders that the potters make, and I think it's something about transferring the soul or the spirit of the warrior into that, so that if he doesn't come back from the battle, why they have a replica of him.
Yeah, investing or good. Maybe that we're talking about these little things over here, right?
Right. Yeah.
Did you get those too? Hanawas. Those are hanawas, Gene. Do you have the spelling for that?
These were the stanchions for the trestle.
Yeah.
The trestle
To bring the coal in. Huh?
Trains backed up there. Yeah.
And that where they dumped the coal?
No, they dumped it further down, and there's one boiler we saved in the picnic shed, and one we took out. But there's still one down there, and I'm trying to get this man, what is his name? He's a world famous musician, and I'm trying to get him interested in tuning those so that someone could take a croquet mallet.
Trimpin'?
But you
Yeah.
know,
Trippin', the local guy.
Yeah, right. That's
very good, Gene.
Thank you.
but you know, Paul, part of being clueless about this place was not knowing that it was here, but not knowing all of these stories, right? Not knowing, and that's the piece that you sort of think,
Look at
these
it
are
now.
great stories.
They are. Look at it now with the mound over there.
Yeah.
The chemistry there that must be percolating underneath that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Underneath the spiral.
no, underneath the mound. Wasn't that mound built from?
I know, but that path is a spiral.
What's that?
It's all magical. There's a spiral that goes up.
And they just restored top.
Yeah. It's just, you ordered good weather.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down, you guys.